Hey everyone, it's Anthony Allen Ramos. All right, are y'all familiar with Eurovision? Well, it's the world's largest live music song competition event, which has produced megastars like ABBA, Celine Dion, Måneskin, and guess what? You all can watch this competition exclusively right now on Peacock. And guess who is hosting the festivities? It's our friend Johnny Weir. How are you?
Hey, yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, here's the thing. I know you are so excited to be hosting this. I saw you post on Instagram the moment you found out that you got this gig. What is it about Eurovision that you love so much?
Well, the thing is, first of all, it's like the gay Super Bowl, and let's be honest. It's all about inclusivity and celebrating individuality, and that's obviously a message that I think all of us can latch onto and love. But you know, I've been very fortunate in my life with figure skating and now as an entertainer to have seen so much of the world. So I'm exposed to so many things every time I go away. And I'm one of those people that appreciates that I'm an American. I live in a country of immigrants, and you need to respect other cultures and bring the goodness of those cultures home with you. And Eurovision is just something that I found in like 2006 because my friend was performing in it. And I have been obsessed ever since, crazy, honestly, like a super fan. I listen to Eurovision music all year round on the ice. I've performed two Eurovision tunes out there all over the world. And it's just, it's so inspiring to me that I hope that I can bring a little bit of that inspiration to my audience.
I love that. I agree though. I mean, for me, I know I've been a big like Euro pop fan. I think a lot of queer people find that music, you know, relatable and enjoyable. Wait, who was your friend that competed in 2006?
2006, Yevgeny Plushenko, he's a skater, Olympic champion, and he was performing with Dima Bilan.
Amazing.
Went on to win.
I love that. So just to give people context, this is so cool because this is obviously a big European thing. Basically what it is, there's the group of the European countries and they all basically get to submit one entry of a song, and then that, you know, someone gets to perform that. So there's kind of rolling out all week, semifinals, and then basically the big culmination is Saturday. Is that how it goes?
Yes, so today was semifinal 1. So it's half of the competitors that aren't in semifinal 2. And they all go head to head, and 10 countries qualify from each semifinal. And then in the grand finale on Saturday, the 10 that qualified from semifinal 1 and the 10 that's qualified from semifinal 2 then compete against the big 5. And the big 5 are basically the broadcasters that spend the most money on the competition. So the United Kingdom, France, Spain, Germany, and Italy are just already in the grand finale. They don't have to do the semifinals. So it's funny with the voting though, because it is political, and sometimes there is resentment that those countries don't have to compete in the semifinals, so they don't get a lot of the love. But it's a really serious competition, and the fact that all of these acts have won their national competition in preparation for the Eurovision Song Contest, they're already well known, they're already divas, they already have great careers in their countries, but then they lay it all out on a stage, all against each other, fighting for supremacy. And I think this year in particular is going to be very poignant because Ukraine is in the mix. They are expected to win very much by a landslide. I'm not a bookie. I just look at bookie websites sometimes. And the bookies are all saying that Ukraine has it like a 50% chance of winning the whole thing. And I think it's going to be amazing to, first of all, see them perform and bring light to their country that is dealing with so much darkness, to see them celebrating Ukrainian culture, heritage, and tradition on such a huge scale, and just showing that Ukraine still stands. And I just know that the European voters and the juries will stand up and give this to Ukraine.
I mean, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I know that you have, like you said, such a connection to so many different places. You know, with Ukraine, it's so difficult for us, for me and the United States, to watch every single day what's happening. What has it been? I mean, how have you, you know, been able to kind of follow along? But I mean, how are you just, you know, just like the rest of us, trying to like cope with what's going on over there?
Well, I've spent a lot of time in Russia, and I speak Russian. I lived there, trained there, worked with Russian coaches. I have so many friends there. I'm an admirer of the Russian culture, but politics are even in America, have always been a problem for me. And this is just something that is so hideous that Putin is doing, that, you know, after the Olympics, I had to call out a young skater from Russia that failed a drug test. And a lot of my Russian followers and friends, they turned on me very quickly. And just from that, I thought I would never be able to visit Russia safely again. But now with this, I don't think I could ever return and support a regime that that starts such an unnecessary war and kills so many people just blindly. And it's a very sad thing, because there are great connections that I have over there with people, lifelong friends, a country that has fed me a lot in my sport and in my journey as an artist, and it's just it's unforgivable what's going on, and to watch the devastation in Ukraine every day, like everyone else, is heartbreaking. So I hope that every time you see a Ukrainian athlete competing, or a Ukrainian artist performing on stage or in a film or designing clothes, or any chance that we have to celebrate somebody of Ukrainian heritage or descent, and celebrate the community, I think is so important for all of us. We want the world to be there for us when we fall, and we have to be there for them as well.
That was very well said, and I appreciate you sharing that, because I know it's not easy to talk about. But I think, like you said, it really would be such an impactful moment if Ukraine does really well in this competition. Who else are some of your favorites that are competing? Because it's really, I mean, if you think back on the people that have won and just competed, there's so many larger than life acts. Like you said, it's like an inclusive space. Yeah, so who are some of your other favorites that you are excited to see?
For this year, I mean, two of my favorite artists, aside from Eurovision Song Contest, are Mahmoud and Blanco. They're both Italian pop stars. They're both super handsome. They're performing together on Saturday in the grand finale. And just every time my heart just breaks just a little bit that they get to stand so close to one another. So Italy for sure. The United Kingdom has a really strong song called Spaceman that's awesome. And for once this year, I think the big five are going to do very well in the contest. Cornelia Jacobs from Sweden is amazing. And today in the first semifinal, I was just blown away by Monica Liu of Lithuania. She performed only in Lithuanian, black bob, kind of bowl cut haircut, slinky sparkly dress, and just made us all come to her at center stage. And that kind of magnetism as a performer is I think rare, and also is really compelling to watch her. So I'm going to support her. The Netherlands, she sings entirely in Dutch, S10. Her song is named De Diept, and it just has that aroma, that atmosphere, that vibe, that cool chic European thing. Like, oh, I'm going to wear this, Valentino crazy gown and a pair of sneakers that are dirty. She's got that cool European vibe, and just it's such a competition to celebrate diversity and individuality and talent and bravery that honestly, you should root for everybody. But yeah, those are my favorites. Those are my standouts so far.
I love that. And the cool thing is you can watch it live streaming on Peacock all week, or you can do on demand, which is great if you are busy during one of the things. Before I let you go, looking at your Instagram, I have to ask you, a couple weeks ago, you were with one of our queer beloved stars, Sarah Paulson, and you were very excited about that. What was that all about?
Well, I love the Polo Bar in New York City. And I in recent years, have moved away from the big city. I live in the countryside. I don't have neighbors. I kind of know everybody that's in my town. I keep it really low key so that I can all balance my life with the crazy over the topness of what I do for a living. And I was at the Polo Bar, and I sat down, and my friend who I was dining with, she said, Sarah Paulson's right there. And I queened out. And it seems like at the Polo Bar, I always run into somebody. Elton John was there last time, and we had a whole thing. And I love Elton John. He's a very nice man. But Sarah Paulson I'd never met before. So I waited until she was done, and then I just rushed her. I was like, can I have a picture of Sarah Paulson, please? So I'm weird around famous people because, first of all, I don't watch a whole lot. So I never really know who anyone is. But Sarah Paulson, I, of course, knew. And when I see somebody that I really want to meet, I go full fangirl. So yeah, it was quick. It was, I wanted to be respectful and wait for her to finish eating. But the whole time, I'm giving side. I like waiting to see how much she has left, but I got the picture.
No, it's a great photo. And look, I think she gets it because I have seen her fangirl herself. She's a big Real Housewives fan. So whenever she sees one of those girls, she gets excited too. So, well, Johnny, very excited for Eurovision. So happy that you are hosting, because I know it's super important and exciting for you. And just a reminder, everyone, all this week, streaming on Peacock, you can watch Eurovision Song Contest. There's lots of events happening leading into the big finale on Saturday. So tune in on Peacock. All right, Johnny, great to see you.
You too. Thank you for all that. And guys, please enjoy the show.